Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. I swear, all my introductions, it sound like I'm finna tap back into my rap bag. But I'm not. I just like to come on and, feel like an MC, you dig? And that neo soul vibe is just vibing. You dig? Yeah. Alright. Greetings, greetings, greetings and salutations, people. What's poppin'? It is your boy, Heavy Mac, and just like that, we are back with the Heavy Thoughts Podcast, episode number 9. And I know 2 weeks in a row. Give a round of applause for your boy. I know. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, man. It's because of you and you and you and you over there. Sometimes you that I was able to come back 2 weeks in a row. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I'm going for 3 next week. I know. Relax. I'm going for 3 next week because it's something about talking and utilizing this platform as means of like a vocal journal. That's just therapeutic for me. So, I'm back 2 weeks in a row. I'm proud of it. Episode number 9 of the Heavy Thoughts Podcast. I believe my old podcast that I used to do through Anchor, finally was able to find the passwords and stuff like that. And through that, I was able to look over some stuff, and I think I got it synced. I don't know if the other stuff gets pulled over, but to my understanding, if you look up the Heavy Thoughts Podcast and you see a picture with me smoking and you see like a bunch of smoke around my head and face or whatever, I think if you go to the website, it'll take you to the initial podcast of what I have set up with my new stuff that will be coming out strictly on the new site, which has my emblem on the face of it. So all of that being said, welcome. This podcast is being recorded on Friday night, June 6th, 2025. So whatever happens after Friday night, it's coming out Saturday morning. So you get it when you get it. And I'll try to keep the news and everything abreast to whatever's coming between now and then. Shouldn't be anything. I think the biggest things is the whole beef politically between the two political lovers, Trump and Musk, but we'll get on to that later. And what's new with me? Let me tell you. First off, Miss B, I don't know where she is. Thoughts and prayers is with her. I have not heard from her in a few days. So this one I might be rocking alone, but it's cool. It's cool. I'm here for the people. I'm here for the 6 or 7 dedicated listeners that I got. And, y'all keep rocking with me. I'm going to keep putting it out because that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Y'all support me. Y'all support the very art that I'm doing. Y'all support the voice, the thought process, the podcast, everything that is me. So I'm going to keep giving out that content. So yeah, shout out to Miss B. Hopefully she'll be back next week. But outside of that was new. So June, I was trying something new. A couple weeks back, I went to the doctor for my checkup. Fellas, please go get your checkups. Stop getting your checkup with your dick. All right, stop going to the doctor getting checkups with your dick. Like, if you thinking, yo, I went to the doctor. Well, when'd you go? Well, I was fucking this chick, and she's clean. So since she's clean, I must be clean. That's not a checkup, sir. You're borderline sociopathic. You need help with that. So please, fellas, I don't have to really tell the ladies, but fellas, please go to the doctor, get checked up, get a primary care physician. Take what they say with a grain of salt, or you take it, in one and out the other, or take it to heart. But have a medical professional look at you at least, because we losing too many. We losing too much, way too young. So I went to the doctor, and my doctor told me that my blood pressure was a little elevated, which concerned me because I had just gone to a physical not even an hour before him for this job that I got. Um, and my blood pressure was like usual levels. It was about 127 over, I want to say 79. But when I got to the doctor, he was saying it was like 139 over something else. And I'm like, man, I just had this done 2 hours ago. So long story less long. Um, Given the fact that I have a very young daughter and given the fact that I'm getting older, I decided I was on Instagram and I saw this young lady. She's 73, 74 years old. No lie, she looked better than I want to say 70% of what women are presenting online right now. 73 years old. She don't look a day over like 40. Gorgeous, beautiful sister. And she was saying that one of her secrets to her success was, the raw vegan diet. And she used to have asthma, which I had suffered from as a child. She has, what's it called? Eczema and psoriasis is what I currently have. So I got some skin disorders and things of that nature. And I'm listening to her, and she was saying she pretty much gave all of that up, started eating the raw vegan diet, and everything turned around. She can bang out 100 push-ups. She can do this. She can do that. And I'm like, man, how good it would be to have that information and start, because I'm 38. So if I'm starting now, by the time I get to her, I should be like in primo if I start early enough. So I'm starting now. So I made the declaration, June 1st, cutting out all the bullshit. I'm gonna try this raw vegan thing for a month just to see what it is, see how it shakes, see how it feels. And in the midst of that, the first 2 days was tragic because you think you know what a raw vegan diet is. It's not vegan. Raw vegan is eating food in as close to its natural setting as you can possibly get it. So for me, that entailed a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, which is, it's fine. But I'm a bigger guy, and I'm not trying to look drastically skinny. A little smaller, that's fine, but I don't want to be skinny. But a large part of keeping my size and keeping my mass is my protein intake. So, I got the flax seeds, and I'm looking up. I got the vegan protein powder, and I'm looking up like fruits that I can eat, fruits and vegetables that I can eat that, heavy in protein. A lot of them is almonds and, a couple other seeds. And they said, lentils is really big in it. And I was like, well, how do you eat raw vegan with lentils? Because, you can't really cook food beyond a certain temperature because that would mess up exactly what you're doing. So after some time, I looked at some things. I didn't do the research. I just looked up some stuff on Google, and apparently you can't just soak beans in water and hope they get soft enough for you to eat. You have to actually cook them. So I put them on the pot, cooked them up. I already initially had a style where I was eating one meal a day, largely because I don't have no portion control. Like if you give me an option, I'm eating any and everything, and that's just me. That's how I move. That's how I'm wired. So I feel like if I could just do one meal a day on top of the raw vegan diet, then you really get what you need. You be eating whole food, and it should do your body right. So we're about 6 days in. I'm about 7 pounds down. I'm about 7 pounds down. I feel good for the most part. It's I want to say it's easy. I really do, but it's not hard. It's just when you have a young child and you have you got a partner and she likes to cook and she likes to order stuff. It's like, I'm trying to eat clean. So you having pizza right now. It's kind of hurting my feelings. And your daughter wants you to eat her food, and so that's the challenge of it. The challenge is literally finding where you fit in to commit to what you was going to commit to, because willpower and all of that shit and all of that's great, but when it's 8 o'clock at night and you used to eating, fuck willpower. That's when your discipline got to kick in. So my discipline's been kicking in. Again, I'm about 6 days in, 7 pounds down. So round of applause for me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So that's what's been going on as far as like the training and conditioning. What I'm trying to do to make myself better. Family life is cool. I'm going to start doing video skits that pertain to what it's like to be a father and a husband. Largely in part because again, I just love the art of creating, and I believe in telling a story from all points of views and perspectives. And I think I have a very unique point of view and perspective as it relates to marriage and fatherhood. So I'm probably gonna start writing those coming up soon, and yeah, I'll probably start putting them out sometime next week, maybe one or two a week. But I'm not going to take away from the podcast because again, I know the 3 or 4 or 5 y'all depend on me. Y'all depend on me to be there, and I'm gonna be there every time. I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here. You dig? So yeah, I'm gonna start the skits and things as it pertains to. It's not so much skits. It's just really scripted videography of me just telling a story and giving thoughts, views, and perspectives as where it pertains to my marriage or my thoughts and views as it pertains to marriage and or fatherhood. And as far as my mental health, man, my new thing that I'm trying this week is waking up every day at 4 a.m. So on top of the raw vegan diet, I'm trying to get at least 7 to 10 hours of sleep. A lot harder to do when your daughter doesn't understand what bedtime is. So getting her to understand what bedtime is, and then having my lady be like, "Hey, you want to watch it? No, I'm going to sleep," and you actually go to sleep. So I wake up refreshed somewhat. But getting up at 4, it's a real eye opening experience. I remember reading Russell Simmons' book, uh, the something about the mindfulness to success or something. I'll get the title and I'll tell y'all next time. But he was talking about the most successful people. They don't wake up at 6 and 7 in the morning. They're usually up between 2 and 4. You get a longer days that way. And what I'm discovering is for me, my longer days is actually a good thing, largely in part because after 9, there's not much I want to do anyway. There's not much I want to see. There's not much I want to, I don't really want to be out of my house. Football season ain't back yet. Basketball's cool, but it's boring. We'll talk about that later when we get into sports. Um, but yeah, that's kind of what it is. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just I think after you pass the age of for me, after I passed the age of 35, being outside was a luxury I only needed once a month, give or take. And by outside, for the people who's not hip to the conversation, being outside is being in an atmosphere that's not in the usuals of your home. So outside, you're in a bar, for me, it'd be a cigar bar or a lounge or things of that nature. Some people go to clubs. Some people just go to houses, do kickbacks, things of that nature. For me personally, so I like the cigar lounge. So that for me is outside. I do that once, maybe twice a month. So all in all, I'm usually home no later than 8:30. And now I'm trying a new take where I'm in bed by 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I can be up by 4 to do my meditation, do some stretching, keep my body limber. Because man, getting old is getting old. Things are falling apart a lot quicker. Things are in pain a lot longer. It's wild. And you'll have somebody listen to this podcast and be like, man, what the fuck bro? You ain't even 40 yet. I'm out here 47 and da da da. That's cool, but when you 38 and you weigh 330 plus pounds, yeah, I'm in a different weight class. So my body feels different. My movements feel different. Everything feels different. But we getting right. We getting good. And we getting on. So some of the things that came up this week that mainly came across my timeline, I try not to stay in the mess. I try to stay away from negativity and goofy shit. But the problem is the negativity and goofy shit is what people want to see. That's what people love. People love the bullshit. I don't understand it. I have no idea why they love the bullshit. Maybe because they're so bored with their own lives that they have to watch other people's misery as means of entertainment for themselves. Be that as it may. Allow me to indulge in the circus for just a little bit. One of the things that I kept seeing coming up, I have this newfound philosophy after listening to one of my favorite comedians by the name of Patrice O'Neal say it all the time. Rest in peace, Patrice. His thought process was no matter what in any light, anything that goes right or wrong in a relationship, it's the man's fault. Anything. So if you got a relationship and things are going good for both parties, because again, women's happiness is it's cool, but it's conditioned. You know, my woman is only as happy as the bills is paid. She's only as happy as much as she can travel. She's only as happy as how much money she can spend. I'd be happy just sitting in a house of silence, recording a podcast at 9:30 at night when my daughter's asleep and my lady's out of town. That to me is happiness. I don't really need much. It brings me a level of peace. So when there's peace and prosperity and positivity in the relationship, it's usually because, the man has set it up where the family can thrive in that manner. All parties being at peace, not just the wife, not just the child, all parties being at peace. When the relationship has gone horribly wrong, it is the man's fault. Without question. There is no questions, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's your fault. And the thing that keeps coming up on my timeline on what I keep hearing people talk about is this Cardi B and Offset situation. So, a brief backstory. Early in 2017, I want to believe, Cardi B and Offset started dating. They met at an industry event, according to Bridges.com, whatever. And sometime later on that year, Offset had the bright idea to propose to Cardi B at a live performance at Powers 99 100 concert in Philly. Let's stop right there. You've known her for less than a year and you propose. Keep in mind, I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying as a man, it's supposed to be about your business, it's supposed to be about your leadership, it's supposed to be about your progression and actually doing things in alignment and certain ways of moving with purpose and on purpose. Less than a year, you being in the music business, her being in the music business and entertaining, you thought, okay, this is the woman I want to spend my life with. Keep in mind, I don't believe that Offset is even 30 at this time all this is going on. So you got somebody that's under 30, give or take, making life-altering changes by somebody you've known for less than a year. I digress. None of my business, but it is because they're playing this shit out for everybody to see. So, not even, not even fucking ending out the year. December 17th, Offset was involved in a cheating scandal after videos surfaced online. Cardi B responded on Twitter acknowledging that such situations happens to everyone. So you had a real one, right? Let's build the platform of why I say everything be the man's fault. You chose her, right? Right. You went outside your way to propose at a performance which you thought was a good idea. And not even closing out the year on some faithful shit. You're already out there cheating. And she stayed. Cool. That's her. I don't knock women for doing what they feel is in the best interest of themselves. Me personally, I don't. Because again, it's all indicative of the leadership of the role models of masculinity she was raised by or raised around. So if you got somebody that proposed to you, cheating does happen. Infidelity does happen. You got two people that's up a couple $100 million, mega superstars, world known all over the place. I get it to a certain degree. But that's strike one on Sir Offset. Strike one. So sometime in 2018, Cardi B reveals that she was pregnant sometime in April, and then June, a secret marriage license that revealed that they had been secretly married sometime in September of 2017. So you proposed in October, got married in September, cheating scandal in December. Cardi B's pregnant April 2018. Wild times. Wild times. They had their first child July 10th, 2018. Great. That's the one with Culture. I believe her name is Culture Cardi or something like that. I don't know these kids' name, but I'll leave the kids out of it. So from 2017 to 2018, you have dated, married, and then had a kid, all in within a year's time frame. It's a lot going on right now. A lot going on. And then to go from that to 2018 to 2020 being the times of breakups and reconciliations, because in December 2018, a year later, Cardi B announces a separation. It's nobody's fault. No, it's somebody's fault. It's the man's fault. It's Offset's fault. Offset then goes to make a public gesture crashing Cardi B's performance at Rolling Loud, leading to their reconciliation. So she says it's separated. He says he can't take it. He go right back out there professing his love, and they supposedly getting back right again. Then 2020 happens. You know what happened in 2020? Everybody remember that. COVID. Now, if you thought you loved somebody, COVID was going to be the teller. Oh my God. I remember my situation with COVID. At the time I was with a young lady of whom, I had deep love and, care for. And we were dating and we were engaged. And everything was good. COVID, I was a police officer in Charleston at the time. She was an educator. So her job kind of moved to where she did things online. She was a teacher online, and I was pretty much, once they shut the schools down and everything, I was pretty much monitoring like the Sam's Club, the Walmarts, the things of that nature, just to make sure people wasn't stealing shit like toilet paper, because that was apparently the rave. So time goes by, and we're cool. Her sister comes in, and her sister, she wants to stay with us. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. She can stay or whatever. And her sister brings her girlfriend. All right, now COVID is COVID is COVID is COVID. I can't miss days off of work because I didn't know at the time. If you miss days, you could have got paid, but I wasn't trying to leave my other officers out there stranded because I caught the strain of COVID. So they would come and go. Oh, we're going to this house party. We're going to this kickback. We're going to go chill. Are you staying there? I would always ask, we'll be back. So let me make sure I got this right. You're leaving my house that's relatively clean and secure to go to a house party with other people that's doing God knows what, only to come back into my house to possibly contaminate the spaces that I'm already in. I'm not liking this. So COVID showed I loved my girl, but I didn't like her sister as much as I thought I did. You know what I'm saying? So it really had a telling spirit. A lot of people I know, they got pregnant, they got separated, they got divorced. A lot of people got together because they didn't have no place to go. COVID was an eye-opener year for a lot of people. And apparently it was an eye-opening year for Cardi B because in September, she filed for divorce against Offset. But in true thug fashion, reconcile. Right back at it. So she's already been separated. He professed his love for her. He did all of this extra shit, doing all of this extra shit. She's been wanting to leave. He keeps asking her to come back. Why are you asking somebody to come back into a situation you're not emotionally or mentally mature enough to handle? What's the comeback? What is she coming back to? Dysfunction? I don't believe in changed behaviors. I believe that people find new ways to not get caught. Personally, can you change? Absolutely. It takes a lot of work. It's not the work that you're going to get in a matter of a couple of days or a couple of months or a couple of weeks. No. Change comes over like an actual years of hard work and effort. You just don't wake up one day. You don't practice being on bullshit for your entire life. And this is, when I get married though, that's when I'll be serious. When I get married, that's when I'll put down all of these extracurricular bitches and, just stick with you because you do it for me. You light my fire. You light my fire in a way that no other woman does. And then you get married and you realize that she lights your fire, but something about having a little extra strange on the side. Motherfuckers can't let that shit go. A wise man once told me if a man can control what he eats and when he eats, he can control everything about him. And learning that lesson, it made me better control where I put my dick, honestly. So Shout out to the people that can control and got a little bit of dick discipline about them. Clearly, brother Offset is lacking in that department. So, again, reconciliation after Cardi files for divorce in September 2020. 2021 through 2023, family expands. You know, Cardi B reveals in June 2021 that she was pregnant with their second baby. It's a baby boy. Then, so December 2023, Cardi B confirms they're split, stating that she had outgrown the relationship and needed to prioritize herself. Do you hear that shit? The motherfucker outgrew the relationship. Translation, because if you got money, she got money. You got status, she got status. All you got to do, based on what she's saying, is be a stand-up nigga. All you got to do is be a fucking man. And you couldn't do that. You see what I mean when I say I blame these motherfuckers? All you had to do is be a stand-up guy. Because she got, not only can she match what you got, brother, she got more than what you got. All you got to do is be a stand-up dude, and you can't fucking do it. Couldn't do it. No dick discipline. None whatsoever. And now she's out of here. Can't take your shit. Nah, Cardi B files for divorce in 2024. Second time she's off of that. She's out of here. Now you out here. Then Offset requesting for spousal support and joint custody. My nigga, you a rapper. You got money. You be talking in these songs about how much bread you got. You be talking in these songs about you paid, and you know you got the what you call it, the Versace robes and the Maybachs and the Ferraris and all. You asking your wife for spousal support, my nigga? What kind of man shit is that? Like y'all both up. She got 100 mil, you got 50 mil. You still up more than 99% of the fucking country. And you asking for spouses, what do you need help with? You want her to fund your other fuck projects, my man? You see what I'm saying? This is why I hate celebrity gossip and all this other shit that motherfuckers resort to me, like they make me talk about, because it's stupid. It's so simple. It's so simple. If you that up and you got options, my nigga, exercise your fucking options. The problem is, without that lack, with your lack of dick discipline, you liable to run across somebody that now wants to sue your goofy ass and take you for every fucking thing you got. Oh, yo, I mean, he sexually assaulted me. He did this to me. Yeah, he assaulted me. And now they want to take everything you got. When you got a wife at home that could have held you down. Maybe you could have finessed her. Maybe y'all had a little situation where y'all can invite a little something extra to the bedroom. You never know, but you know, motherfuckers gonna be out here on this sneaky shit. Now you out here getting divorced and then asking for spousal support. That's some bitch ass shit, man. For real, for real. That is some bitch ass shit. And now she's making her claims and frustrations about how you have minimal involvement with their youngest child and sought out finalizing divorce, and you seeking child support and all that other shit. My man, listen. You created kids. You had some prior to Cardi. Your job as a man to always prioritize your kids first. Always. Always. And you out here just ripping and running, doing everything. And then this goes back and forth for another couple months. And now we get into the place where Cardi B is, you know, moving on to a new young gunner by the name of Stephon Diggs, you know, NFL player, at one time amazing receiver. And they look like they're having fun. Look like they having fun, having good time. He on boat with a bunch of women. Not committing to anything, but just enjoying the vibes. Going to the Knick games, hand on lap, hand on hand. And it got so bad, Offset, he deleted his social media. That's why I don't believe these niggas when they tell me they ain't bothered by shit. Yo, I ain't worried about that bitch. I go fuck some other. Yo, listen. I don't care how much pussy you can get. If you love somebody for real, if you fuck with them for real and they leave and you know you can't come back, nigga, ain't enough pussy in the world to make you forget what you had. Ain't enough pussy. Ain't enough pussy in the world to make you think, yeah, I'm gonna be all right. Nah, that shit don't go away. I tried to fuck myself out of heartbreak one time. Damn near tore my back alignment up. That's how much I was trying to go at it, and that's how unsuccessful it was. Because no matter how many holes I dug deep in, I wasn't coming out of it feeling any better. I was literally passing trauma inside these women, trying to forget about the pain that somebody caused me from the years of bullshit I did to them. Granted, my situation worked out to the better because, she's doing her life and I'm doing mine. We both for the better. But man, during that time, you find yourself in them dark places just making decisions because you're thinking, oh, that's just a move. That's just what it is to do. Ain't no big deal. It's nah. She'll never know. And even if she do know, like, where's she gonna go? You know what I'm saying? And then you realize motherfuckers will leave. And she did. And that shit hurt. And there was not enough fucking and cuddling and talking to other motherfuckers that could take that pain. I had to sit in it. And thank God social media wasn't what it is today. Because, nigga, I see people get online all the time and make the ugly cry face. That shit is just so fucking terrible. I would have probably been on one of them because I was dumb over this chick and dumb for doing the things that I did. And so when the roosters came home, chickens came home to roost, I deserve it. Got exactly what I got. And that's what Brother Offset's getting right now. He getting all of the smoke. He getting all of his homeboys laughing at him. He getting all of these NFL players laughing at him. he's got pictures with him and Stephon Diggs. Like, oh yeah, that was my man one time. Yeah, your man clapped your baby mom, man. Your man's clapping your ex-wife. Having a good time doing it. Ain't hiding shit. He out here big dog chilling. You can't son him because he got more money than you. You can't run up on him. NFL player. You a rapper. You talk hard, motherfucker. He take hits from the likes of, goddamn Myles Garrett. Big motherfuckers. So you what you gonna do? Swallow your pride. Yeah, jump off of social media for a couple weeks. Take a month or two off. Shut the fuck up. Just go relax. Go relax. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. But ultimately, you came up and took this L, so you lost, and it's your fault, Brother Offset. That is on you. You were denied, and now you got to take that L. Speaking of taking the L's, Zion. We talking about no dick discipline here, right? We talking about no dick discipline. Now, Zion, he's facing a civil lawsuit filed by a woman identified as Jane Doe, who alleges a pattern of abuse from 2018 to 2023, including multiple incidences of assault, and the plaintiff is seeking damages between $18 million and $50 million. Williamson denies the allegations, asserting that the relationship was consensual and that the lawsuit is an attempt at extortion. You know what I wish? I talked to people, and I found out there's a baseball player by the name of Derek Jeter in a movie with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. They call him the biracial angel. He was apparently one of the most beloved New York Yankees ever. He's that guy. And while he was playing, all the years that he was playing inside the MLB, apparently Jeter had hoes. He had women coming to his place, getting in their guts, showing them a good time, whining and dining in and out. And from what I understand, they said the women would come in. They were always treated with respect. They knew what time it was, but, they always come in with respect. Make sure they got there safely. They have a good time. Give them like little gift baskets of, thank yous and remembrance. I appreciate the twat. Thanks for the cat. Appreciate it. Give them a little ass smack. Send them on their way. Top tier in an Uber. Apparently he's done this several times. I've never heard a woman come out with any allegations against Jeter. I don't know what it is about these motherfuckers, especially these young black motherfuckers, because Zion strikes me the type of motherfucker that, he never really had swag because he went from being that dude at 18. Like LeBron was that dude at 18 where everybody was coming to see him and he was all, Sports Illustrated and he was on front of everything. But LeBron had a little swag about him. Granted, his suit that he got drafted in was absolutely terrible, but that was a fashion at the time. But LeBron had a little swag about it. Zion, maybe it's because I'm older. He looked like a goofy kid that got a lot of money and he's a big body in the NBA. He looked like an easy target, right? Where's the male leadership in his life that said, "Hey, young man, if you're gonna be hanging with these chicks and doing things with these chicks and parlaying with them and so on and so forth, you need to get some things in writing." Dave Chappelle got a funny skit when he was making fun of Kobe Bryant, and he was talking about consent forms. Listen, if this podcast ever comes out. And some young athletes that hear it sometime in the near future. Listen, y'all got NIL deals. Y'all got money coming in college now. A lot of y'all getting talked to. Y'all seeking out agents, whatever have you, as low as high school, whether it's legal or illegal. I have no idea. But what I do know is that if you're trying to protect your fortune, if you're trying to, quote unquote, get your family out the hood or whatever slums or whatever things that y'all come from, you are the investment. If you can't think beyond your dick, think with the contract. Sign this right here saying that you are a willing participant to be a part of the fuckery that we're going to engage in. Because you know what that does? Motherfucker want to spin the block 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years from now saying, I got file cabinets with your name on it. You knowingly and willingly participate in the shit that we was getting down. And every time they want to participate, every time you have them sign. It's too easy. It's too you walking around with a computer in your pocket. You can have legal documents set up on the fucking phone and have them sign with their fucking finger while taking a video with the other goddamn phone. But for whatever reason, I just think I think you're that guy, and I think you're all the bees knees. Oh yeah, they definitely with me for the swag. They think I'm hot shit. They're not looking at the fact that I just signed a $100 million deal. No, it's because they like the way my eyes sparkle. They like the way I dress. They like the way that I converse and have intellectual conversations. Nah, my nigga, that ain't the move. It ain't the move. Now, this isn't being said to attack Zion. Young boy. Yeah, I ain't saying it to attack him. I'm saying that going forward, had a baby with, I don't know, one of them jump off TV chicks. I don't follow too much of it. I know it based on listening to other broadcasts that I used to listen to, and your name came up and it was talked about that. I know Zion from the bullshit when he was dealing with Mariah Mills. Now, Mariah Mills is, an adult entertainer that was running it up with Zion. Saw him as a lick, saw him coming a mile away and had him coming for miles. And all of the shit that he was gifting and doing for her and all this other goofy shit, this is what I'm saying. It's always the man's fault. I'm not blaming Zion. I'm blaming the motherfucking men that's supposed to be in his life. Where is the male role models that's supposed to be guiding this young nigga? Where are the role models that's supposed to be saying, yo, tighten the fuck up? You see what I'm saying? You in the NBA now, and they got to battle with you to get your weight under control. Nigga, you are signing hundreds of millions of dollars worth of deals, and you got a problem with eating. You can't train you can't leave the food alone and train and give this fucking opportunity a strong 15 years. You can't do that. Where is the male leadership in his life to guide this young nigga into being the best version of himself? Not for the fact that y'all trying to seek profits and getting paid off of his hard work. No, just from the fact of being some decent fucking humans. Just being decent. Just being people that saying, yo, I believe in raising men to be men. Show some fucking leadership. But the problem is you got these dudes out here that's mentally bitch made. Yeah, I want to raise them, but I'm trying to get to the bag too. Nigga, where your bag at? Huh? Where your fucking paper? What's your hustle? Why are you trying to eat off another man's hard work? Be a fucking role model. Set some examples for the young boy and help him keep his mind right. If he look out for you, cool. If he don't, he don't. You don't do shit to get some shit back. That's some bitch shit, bro. Where the fuck is OGs at? Where are the people that talk design and be like, yo, this the kind of shit you need to be. You raw dogging porn stars. Come on, man. Come on, man. You out here pillow talking with porn princesses? Really? For real, for real? That's the kind of time we on. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna send you that. I'm gonna send you that 10,000. Go ahead and take it. It ain't his fault. He young. You give me his kind of money at his age. Nah, I can't say I would make those same mistakes because my father and my grandfather was in my life. Still in my life. So I mean, I hate to say it in such a upsetting way, but I'm better than them niggas mentally, physically, financially. They got me because you know I'm too old for the bullshit. Financially, I ain't got a couple $100 million to be throwing around, but mentally, because I was raised by men, I know how to move like a man. That's for me. So, yo, for all the leadership or the OGs or the bitch made niggas that's in Zion Williamson corner, y'all man up, man. Teach the boy how to move and in the years coming forward. I'm still waiting for him to have a year that, you know, gets me excited about saying, yeah, that boy came from the woods of South Carolina. I ain't seen it yet. It's all problems and pussy. Weight problems and pussy. That's all I see from him in the NBA. Weight problems and pussy. He can't put the buckets down, can't put the bitches down. It is what it is. Zion, do better. The people that's out there, personally, I give y'all 2 thumbs down. You failing the boy. Horrible. Absolutely fucking horrible. Next up, we talking, shit. I knew this was coming up. I'm not gonna spend too much time with this because this isn't for me. Apparently there's this young lady that started a trend online that got a lot of men excited and a lot of women angry, entitled Cooking with Kaya. And Kaya breaks down on her live stream over nasty comments that she's been receiving. I'm gonna take a twofold approach. Kaya, sweetheart, if you put it out on the internet, you have to be strong enough to take whatever comes with it. It sucks to say. It's hard to hear. But no one owes you anything nice on the internet. You're not owed compliments. You're not owed love or support. Whatever you put out there, there's a reason why I don't put pictures of my daughters out on the internet. There's a reason why I don't put my family, to a degree, out on the internet. Because I know how nasty people can be just to get a rise out of you. I know how much bullshit people will be on just to get a rise out of you. And that's fine. They can be on that. But my problem is when they on the bullshit, I be wanting to get on the bullshit too. But now I'm setting myself in a place, in a position where I got shit to lose. And what I don't have is time to waste with shit that I've gained to lose it because something I did and put out to the world, and the world came back and said it they didn't appreciate it the way I thought they should have. But that's my fault. Again, man fault. Heavy on accountability. That's a double entendre. Because if I put it out in the world, I can't get mad at how the world give it back to me. The world's never going to appreciate the things that I view as beautiful the way I view them as beautiful. That's why I keep this shit to myself. I don't owe you motherfuckers nothing. I don't owe y'all shit. Don't have to give y'all shit. Don't have to give a shit. Period. And I refuse to. Because that's the kind of time I'm on. I don't owe a motherfucker a goddamn thing. So when I keep pictures of my family, my lady and my daughter to myself, it's not that I'm hiding them. Nah. I acknowledge their existence, but that don't mean y'all motherfuckers gotta see them for what? You want to see my lady so you can compare? This what he got? You want to see my daughter? She ain't that cute. Nah, we good. Let them be whatever you think they are in your head. If you catch me in public and I'm with them, say hi, keep it casual, keep it cute, and keep it pushing. So, Miss Kaya, respectfully, when you out here cooking with Kaya, making your plates, wearing your attire, you are putting yourself to be at the tail end of any conversation that people are going to have about you. That just is what it is. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, the other side of that, you bitches are miserable. Y'all are so fucking miserable. I don't understand it. Y'all got a young girl on the internet making plates of food and some, houseware attire. Because, what she wears is what she wears. And in the comments, all it is, oh, that chicken look dry. Oh, bitch, this food is basic. They only tuning in because she's shaking her ass. So, the fuck is your problem? This is what I mean when I say women don't like each other for real. They don't. Very few and far between is there actually a group of women that fuck with each other in real life, on purpose and with purpose. Very few and far between. And that list constantly gets smaller every day. Every fucking day. I'll never forget it. The way I met my lady, she had a situation where she had a previous relationship, came out of it, met me, was in another relationship with me, and then have a kid and married. All the while her homegirls are still sitting on the sideline talking something. Ain't no good niggas around. Ain't no good motherfuckers around. Ain't no good people around. It's just not, it's not hitting on shit. Da, 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 da. Oh, your homegirl found one. Oh. Well, it's never means of congratulations. It's just sideline hate. Women fucking hate each other. Y'all in constant competition that y'all create in y'all heads. If your man is watching Cooking with Kaya and you mad, oh, you watching that bitch half naked cook food? Well, if you did it, maybe he watch you. And if he is watching you, see what she making. Take an interest in what motherfuckers is looking at versus hating on what a motherfucker's looking at. Y'all hating on a young girl that made her name by cooking online, got her fame up, getting her checks, doing what she doing, and y'all hating. Because I promise you, I've looked at the comments when I saw that shit coming up, when I was confused on what the fuck Cooking with Kaya was. I saw all of that shit. And you know what I couldn't understand? I couldn't understand why women were so hating. You know something else I never saw one dude say something negative. It's like, maybe, well, yeah, that chicken could have used a little bit more seasoning. That's about it. Because men are simple. You looking to feed and you looking like something I want to fuck. Oh, yeah, you already, you two up on all of these other bitches. You two up. Huh? You looking tasty and you cooking tasty. Oh, okay. Yeah, men really ain't complaining. But the motherfucking women in them comments, brutal, ruthless, fucking terrible. Grown ass women mad at a little girl making food and revealing attire in her house. Oh, look at the kind of plate she got. Bitch, y'all so petty. Y'all mad at the plates. The plates. That's what you mad. You mad at the plates. Huh? Her silverware don't even look really washed. Yo, y'all niggas are terrible. Y'all are absolutely fucking awful. And y'all need to get y'all fucking life together. So, Kaya, remember, if you're going to put it out into the world, you got to be strong enough to take whatever come with it. But if it's feeding you, if it's making a way for you, if it's giving you a life of your own, if it's giving you the life that you want, understand that hate comes with success. Hate comes with fame. And it's all a part of it. You know, as far as you other bitches, as far as y'all, I hope y'all get to heaven and God look at y'all and deny your access, and y'all a fucking bunch of losers. Again, it's not my place to talk about it because I don't have the female equipment to talk about it, but y'all some loser ass niggas, for real, for real. I hope y'all bitches seek the therapy that y'all try to make men do. And other hood news, I heard about Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion beef. Honestly, I don't give a shit. If you care, cool. I personally don't. So, something that made me smile. It's fucked up, but something this past week that made me smile. Shamar Moore reveals that his car was stolen while he was spending time with his family. Now, that's not funny. That's not okay. It's not good that a man, spending time with his family and gets his car stolen. That's fucked up on so many levels. It's so fucking terrible. However, because it's Shamar Moore, I took a little pleasure in, liking that shit. Like, hey, nigga, motherfuckers get this shit stolen. So what? And it's no knock on him. See, Shamar don't know this, but I got a beef with Shamar Moore. Not for anything he did, but he was so goddamn pretty back in the day. I remember I was talking to this chick, and we went to this pool party, and we had this pool party, and we just got there, whatever have you, and we was chilling, big dog chilling, and go in the pool, we having a good time, and this dude walk up, and he looks, I guess she thought he looked like a Shamar Moore. Oh my god, he is just so sexy. While I'm like standing next to her, but I grew up in the South. Like, I'm not gonna check her or anything because I was raised by a man. I was like, all right, a little disrespectful, but I'm still here. And then Shorty went to go on like a 3-hour rant on why she thought Shamar Moore was the sexiest man she had ever seen in her life. And like literally a couple weeks later, Diary of a Mad Black Woman came out, and I saw that movie, and I tried to enjoy it. I really did. It was a good one. The best part of the movie to me was when she left Shamar Moore to go back to her husband, Charles. Like, I wasn't even mad at Charles. Charles was a piece of shit, but I just had so much disdain for Shamar Moore. I just couldn't get past it. It's like, motherfucker, you caused me one of the baddest chicks I've ever seen at that time. And it was like, I wasn't light skinned. I ain't had the tattoos yet. I ain't had the 6-pack. And Shamar Moore, he's just so dreamy. I couldn't watch SWAT for a long time. I was fucked up on Criminal Minds. Like, I watched Criminal Minds in that episode that you got tortured. And I swear, somebody was like, nigga, why you smiling? I was like, oh, am I? I've taken so much pleasure in all of your your movie roles of pain. For you to really have a real life situation, that's fucked up. It's fucked up. I think I'm in a better place now to where I can let it go and say, yo, to the motherfuckers who stole Shamar Moore's car, 15, 25 years ago, I'd have been like, good shit, but now grow up. All right, get you some male leadership. Get you some goddamn male leadership, because y'all motherfuckers is trash. All right, y'all absolutely trash. All right. And another news, P. Diddy trial. Listen, I'm one of the few people that refuse to follow it. Largely in part because and this is gonna sound crazy, I don't care. Honestly, I do not care. I genuinely do not care until it is proof of exactly what it is I'm supposed to care about. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he was trafficking girls and he was doing this and doing that. All right, cool. I guess maybe I don't know. I know what people say. I know what stories people tell. Is that going to change me not listening to anybody from Bad Boy no more? Probably not. I don't drink like that, and I was never a Ciroc fan because I don't drink white. But I'm probably still gonna bump some P Diddy music if it come on, especially if it's got features like Biggie or Mace or Day 26, something like that. But I don't care. So maybe that sucks for me. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Keep your head up, nigga. Keep your head up, nigga. Keep on keeping on. All right, Papoose and Remy Ma. Another thing. This subject solely came up for the fact of I want to talk to the people of color that keep trying to push whatever y'all think black love is on everybody. Listen, y'all don't know everybody's situation. Every time there's a couple that comes along and y'all motherfuckers want to scream black love and this is the embodiment of black love and this is the embodiment of black love. Mainly right now, I'm talking to the women because niggas don't say this shit. Men don't say, oh yeah, this is black, this is the kind of woman I want. Them motherfuckers don't say that shit because all y'all are different. And the problem is a lot of y'all women be having expectations of what y'all think black love is supposed to look like, but the men that y'all are praising, y'all wouldn't give a second look to in your everyday life. Once it came out that Michelle Obama was from like middle upper class and Barack was poor, that's real love. Are you taking a motherfucker with holes in his floorboard of his vehicle? No. Then you don't want the love that Michelle and Barack got. You don't know what kind of problems they got. You don't know what kind of problems anybody got. So the point of me bringing up Rim and Papoose is just, stop screaming black love for everything and just love the relationship that you in. Get to know the person that you with. Rock with the motherfucker you with. Vibe with the person you came with. And let that be what it is. I don't love my lady based on the idea that she can be like Remy Ma or Michelle Obama or, Holly Nah, she is who she is, period. My love wasn't an expectation of her having to meet. It was just I met her where she was, and then it grew from there. I allowed her to be who she is. She allows me to be who I am. And because of that, our shit, for the most part, is relatively decent. It ain't perfect, but it's decent. Stop looking for people to be your heroes in love and do the work yourself. Stop trying to live through somebody else's blueprint. Motherfucker, be your own architect. Get you a partner, design the shit that looks good for you, and let all of that other shit fall by the wayside because y'all motherfuckers ain't built for the life that y'all think y'all asking for. And did want to give them praise and shout outs and, a round of applause because even though the motherfuckers is at odds, even though they're at odds, they did manage to come together and go to their daughter's, I want to say elementary graduation. Or preschool to kindergarten or kindergarten, whatever. It's probably going to kindergarten or first grade. One of them graduations. Whether they came together and cool or, they just, both of them was in the area and knowing how Remy Ma get down, nobody was shot. So a win's a win. I'll take it. A win's a win. And for me, that's really all of the shit that was kind of hitting on this week. Just certain things, just this accountability shit with men just bothers my soul. So that's why, largely in part, why a lot of stuff that I talked about this week was in regards to that. So, and next segment we got is called "White People's Business in Sports." Something new that I'm doing, largely in part because I think that the subjects in this matter is white people's business, and of course, you have sports. And at the top of the ticket of white people's business, because I am not a political person, I do not understand politics to the degree, and my political pundit is not here. She will be back on the ones and twos, I believe, next week. The biggest thing that I got is that Trump and his former political boyfriend is beefing. Based on what I saw on sources, and by sources I mean IG, and all of this shit is alleged. The internet streets says that Elon got it in. He got into the White House. He got into the servers, got into the system, essentially deleted everything that was pertaining to him that could be used against him in court cases and court proceedings, racked up a lot of government funding, and then put some malware in the system so he couldn't get caught back up in the bullshit in the future should he decide to do some bullshit. And he was like, all right, I'm cool. I'm out. And now they're kind of going back and forth online. I think it's funny to watch an old white man and a spectrum white man argue via social media when they was all up in each other's like damn near buttholes for the first 90 days. You know, so much to where you had to turn the White House into a goddamn car lot. It was because his stock was doing so bad. Like, and he's saying, yeah, you'd have lost the election without me. Yeah, you didn't put out the Epstein Island files because your name is on them. Like, shit is wild. So that's my political take. They beefing. We'll see more of it, and I'll do a better job of expounding on it next week because, again, I don't speak politics, but my person that does speak politics, I'm going to make sure that motherfucker's here, and she does not miss a beat. But I do know sports. And in sports news, the Knicks fired their coach, Tom Thibodeau. I only care about New York basketball and New York sports is because my lady's from New York. So I watch it when she watches it. It's actually pretty good. It's very entertaining. So the Knicks got put out in the Eastern Conference Finals by the Pacers. And right now it's the finals between OKC and the Indiana Pacers, which they had their first game last night, which would have been on June 5th. And that damn Tyrese Halliburton hit a shot in the last second, caused them the only lead that they had in the game, caused them to win the game. And I got to tell you, no knock to Indiana Pacers, no knock to OKC. Game's boring. It was entertaining to watch, but boring to see, if that makes sense. Like, I would have much rather preferred seeing like the Lakers versus the Pacers or OKC versus New York. Like a big market team to make it feel like, you know, it's actually something that's, you know, that the country can celebrate. Because win, lose, or draw, ain't nobody outside of Oklahoma going to Oklahoma to celebrate Oklahoma Thunder. Ain't nobody in Indiana outside of motherfuckers in Indiana is going to see the Pacers to celebrate. It would be their first title. So, you know, that'd be a historic event for them. But largely in part for me personally, and I only speak from my own personal thoughts, views, and perspectives, it's boring. It's boring. But, you know, shout out to the Pacers. Shout out to Halliburton. They called him Mr. Overrated, but, you know, motherfuckers 4 for 4 for clutch shots at the end of the game that's burying teams. He did it with the Bucks. He did it with who was the other team that they played? I believe it was the Cavaliers. And then he did it with New York, and now he's done it with OKC. So motherfuckers 4 for 4. So I mean, you know, overrated, but he clutches shit. Motherfucker clutches shit. NFL news: Aaron Rodgers signs a 1-year football deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is bullshit. This is only bullshit because I blame Tom Brady because he was so great for so long. He gave mediocrity motherfucking quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers the thought that says, I can do this into my 40s like Tom did. Nah, nigga, Tom was different. Like, you go off in your retreats and you ayahuasca it up and you off on your shroom kicks and, I just want to feel the vibrations and the moods and emotions and all. Tom was out there working. Tom was neglecting his wife and children for greatness. You out there sacrificing a man bun and the goddamn shower just to get lost in your goddamn thoughts. Pittsburgh, this was a fucking terrible decision. Fucking terrible. My personal belief, this is your one surefire way to get Mike Tomlin out of here. because Aaron Rodgers gets coaches fired. He does. This is what he does. He, he ain't been shit since he won the Super Bowl. He's been on a decline ever since. It was all the big buzz. He was supposed to be the guy and the savior in New York, and that took one snap of one play and sat his ass down for the rest of the year. Goddamn coach lost his job because of that motherfucker, because he thought his homeboy was gonna be able to take the head coach job. Shit didn't pan out. He's a walking fuck you bomb. And I really wish he would just blow it up and retire. You are holding positions that other quarterbacks would thrive in. You are taking up space in places you don't belong in because your name used to hold weight. And for whatever rhyme or reason, motherfuckers give you enough leeway to live in that. I digress. I really, I'm hoping for the best for Mike Tomlin. I really hope that he leaves Pittsburgh and, comes on down to Carolina because we'd love to have him. I'll take goddamn, he's been there 20 years. In 20 years, he's got a Super Bowl and all winning seasons. Give me a reason to go to a Carolina Panthers game, goddamn. I'll take a winning season. We'll get back to the Super Bowl eventually, but I definitely take 3 consecutive winning seasons like we used to have when Cam was here, but I digress. So that is what it is. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. Support Mike Tomlin. Pittsburgh, it's whatever. I'll see y'all during football season. Shout out to Coco Gauff. She's on her way to the French Open. Now, I know a lot of y'all motherfuckers like, what the fuck you talking about, Mac? Golf? My girl, watch it. It's actually entertaining. When you find out that motherfuckers have to play all by themselves for hours at a time if you don't beat your opponent, this shit is entertaining. I'm going Coco Gauff. She's going against. I'm going with Coco Gauff. She's playing against Sabalenka. My lady and I call her the Screamer because if you watch her play, she screams. It's what she does. She screams loud every time she hits the ball. One of the most powerful hitters in female tennis. So I'm gonna be checking that out. The final match will be showing. The podcast will be out by then, but it'll be June 7th at 9 a.m. because they are in France, hence the French Open. And that's essentially the podcast. Now, I did want to start doing something for my own personal level of elevation and knowledge for self. I wanted to start shining a light on, some people of yesteryear, having it my own version of Heavy Thought. Heavy Thought presents Black History Lessons from people that you may not have heard of, from people that you might not know a lot about. I'm just going to provide a little insight. If you don't want to listen to it, there's a fast forward button. You can just fly right through. But for the most part, I find it interesting, and I learned something new this week. And this week's Black History Lesson, we have Miss Claudia Jones. Now, Claudia Jones was Trinidadian-born journalist and political activist and a feminist. Best known for her work in the United States and later the UK, she was a pioneer voice in Black liberation, anti-colonialism, and gender equality. That word is such a struggle for me to say. Colonialism, anti-colonialism, long before the modern day movement took hold. Now, why is she important? She was a communist and a civil rights activist. Jones joined the United States Communist Party in the 1930s and quickly became one of its most powerful voices, fighting for the right of Black workers, women, and the poor. Now, if you like me, I grew up in America, and all I knew, because I have a Southern education, not great Southern, but just we give you bare minimal Southern based on what I know now. I heard motherfuckers saying from yesteryear, they would always say, oh, the Russians were the commies and the commies and the commies. So when I saw that she was a communist, I'm like, well, it's not a bad thing, but like everything else, it's up to interpretation. So I'll let that be up to you. Now, based on the definition that I got, communist is a political and economic ideology advocating for a classless, stateless society where resources are owned collectively and individuals receive what they need based on their needs, not their contributions. It envisions a system where The means of production are controlled by the people rather than a ruling class. Now, what does that mean? For the people that wants to, ban books and not crazy about education, in other words, everybody's equal. You get what you get when you need it. There is no bigger than, no, I make more money, so you should bow down to my will and you get what I say you get. There ain't no struggle. Now, how that works effectively is you have leaders in check to make sure that everybody fucking eats. But these motherfuckers are so goddamn greedy. People getting power and they're, we can have a communist society, but I'm going to still bend things to my will because we got to have an army and somebody got to tell the army what to do. And that's how shit get weird. But that is in its form of what a communist is. Now, because of who she was and because of her beliefs, she was deported. An American citizen was deported from the country she was born in. She was deported from America, born in America, deported from America during the McCarthy era for her political beliefs and activism, despite being a legal resident. Oh, my apologies. She was a legal resident of America. So she was the founder of the first black paper in Britain. After moving to the UK, she launched the West Indian Gazette, a cornerstone in the fight against racism and inequality in Britain. And she has a carnival legacy. She helped organize a series of indoor Caribbean carnival events in the late 1950s, which laid the groundwork for what would become the Notting Hill Carnival, one of the largest and most vibrant street carnival festivals in Europe. So one time, a round of applause for the Black History, Miss Claudia Jones. All right, people. I love it. I thank you for coming back in. I love it. I thank you for being here. I love you for supporting to the individuals that stay on my ass to tell me, yo, Mac, you got to get back. You got to shake back, baby. We need the content. We need you to come back with it. I'm here. For the 4 or 5 of y'all that keep hitting me up, asking me about this shit. I'm here, and I promise you, I've gotten things restructured to always be here as long as the good Lord will allow me to keep waking up and putting one foot in front of the other. If you have any thoughts, views, and questions about the content, the podcast, or you want to talk about anything in particular for your own benefit, please feel free to hit me up at heavymac@outlook.com, HEAVYMACK@outlook.com. I would muchly greatly appreciate it. And as always, the higher you heal, the better you feel. So let's get high and feel the vibes on Heavy Thoughts. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
It's heavy, baby.